Vibe check. Checking the vibe. What's goody?
What's the vibe like?
I am at high elevation yet again. Um, you're at 1,000 feet. I'm at about 8,000 feet right now in
Okay, that's
Colorado
a
Springs.
flex.
Yeah, light flex. Colorado Springs coming in. I've been in Colorado probably quite a bit this Corona actually.
Yeah, you were just there in Breckenridge, right?
I'm out here. The people here vibe with me. They love fish. They love disco biscuits. I love them. But yeah, I
Do
was
you
just in.
love those bands though? How do you feel
No,
about? Can you keep up in that conversation?
yeah, I can do surface level knowledge and let them know that I'm familiar enough with Mo that they won't judge
Give
me
me an
too much.
example of that. Like, what's your favorite song, man? I love that. Love that you love Mo. What does that sound like for you?
You know what? I've seen them live a couple times. I couldn't name one song. I love their vibe,
No, I'm playing the Mo fan. I'm
and that's
saying,
what that's what
what?
I would say.
That's what you'd say? Oh, come
Yeah.
on, I'd see right through
Well,
that.
I haven't bought an album. I love them live. Oh yeah, well, but they probably wouldn't have a lot of follow questions. You really just
Yeah,
name a
because
couple.
they're on mushrooms. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're on mushrooms.
you name a couple bands. You kind of get some buzzwords in. You change the conversation. Be like, well, you know what? You know who I did see? I saw the Wood Brothers, and then you go into that because then I know I'm familiar with that. And then they're
Certainly,
so high on mushrooms that they've been distracted from the fact that I actually don't know Mo. Um,
absolutely. Mo's good stuff. Check that out.
yeah, that you would thrive up here. I was in Salida. Was a really cool mountain town. Actually, our buddy Andy Thomas was last time he was in town. He said one of the best mountain towns I've ever been to.
Really, where is that? From Denver. Which way do you go?
It's like 3 hours north or 3 hours southwest, straight southwest.
Nice.
Um, and yeah, that was pretty cool. I did that on Wednesday. Did a place called Boathouse Cantina, and
Hell yeah.
it was crazy. I did one walk around town. I saw 20 deer.
20?
No
Damn.
lie.
In
Like,
town, walking through walking through the streets.
dude, running around like they call them town deer. They like I saw 4 deer that were in this person's front yard as if they were like Labradors. Like
Jesus,
it was their house.
that's crazy.
It was nuts. And then you realize that like these people are like it's a town full of hippies and like really like in touch with nature and disco biscuits, but then also like they want to kill these deer. So
Oh,
there's a
they
dark
do.
side.
Okay, yeah. Well, you're out in the country. It's gonna happen. You're gonna get your guns out. You're gonna get your mushrooms out, and you're also gonna talk about how I want to get my gun out.
Yeah. So they're like very in tune with nature and like they probably all are behind PETA in most arguments, but they'll fucking kill these deer. These town deer can
Yeah,
whack.
they're a problem.
Yeah, those are a problem. One dude called them lawn rats. So
Damn.
fun stuff. Yeah, but Salida was cool. There's like a Arkansas River right runs right through it or something like that. And then
A river runs through it.
yes, Brad Pitt. And
Good movie.
who else was in that? Ethan Hawke? No.
No,
Who was the other
I
guy?
forget. I forget his name. He was like a '90s guy.
One hit
Didn't do
wonder.
much after that. I don't think. Yeah, maybe Rocketeer Man or was it Rocketeer Man?
Rocket Man? Or Rocketeer.
No, the Rocketeer.
The Rocketeer. Timothy Dalton in The Rocketeer. One of the best mustaches in the biz.
Yes, riveting. Um, what was the show like? What is social distancing look like up there?
It was like each table's like I don't know, maybe 15 feet apart. I think they're technically supposed they're probably like 25 or 20 is like the legal thing. But I will say it's all felt safe up here, which is nice. Like everybody's is masked up and everybody's separating in public and stuff like that. Like if you're on a sidewalk, everybody's kind of keeping their distance. So it's how life should be. Don't get in my space. Do not get in my personal space.
Yeah, gotta enjoy that part of it.
But
Sounds
yeah,
dope, man. You got some fall weather. I'm jealous about that.
it's nice. Yeah, it's like 71, and then it does get down to about 40 at night, which has been. I packed a jacket for the first time in in a year.
All summer long, yeah.
You know how it
It's
is.
October, man.
Finding the jacket. Where did I put that jacket?
Right. I keep it all on that top level in the closet.
I like getting the jacket after like not seeing it for 9, 10 months and checking these receipts. I got a one of them was I had a Chick-fil-A receipt in there for sure. Spicy chicken meal, hold the pickle, and I threw strips in
Sounds
there
like
too.
you.
Yeah, and I threw chicken strips on top of it. So you really are reminded who you were 10 months ago, and
And still are today. I'm
yeah,
sure you have those receipts inside of all of in your pants and your jackets in your car. They're in
not a lot of
everything that you own, Mike.
not a lot has changed. Yeah, shout out to Chick-fil-A though. It's good
Yeah,
establishment.
it's really good
But
stuff.
yeah, I've been doing that. Yeah, did just Colorado, dude. Colorado's the type of town, like a small town like that, where you're like, I could definitely move here.
I know the feeling. I feel it every time I go to a mountain town. I'm like, what am I doing there? What am I doing in Phoenix?
I
When
was
I'm
looking at
happier up here.
I was looking at real estate. Like there was like a $90,000 home in the middle of Salida, chilling. You're good to
Hey,
go.
don't talk about it, man. You say it all the time. Be about it. Pull the trigger, bud. I say move to Salida, Colorado, and figure it out.
Could take they could just run a show, run one monthly show, be the
Your
comedian
buddy's
who.
up there doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be a major change in career focus for sure. But yeah, just buy a couple of deer, have them in the front yard, and kind of see what happens.
Certainly. Town deer.
Town deer, exactly. What have you been up to?
It's October, man. It's OVO. I'm in the birth month. I've just been focused on being October's very own. That's what I've been doing.
It's Libra
I've been
season.
down here in Phoenix. It's Libra season for sure, and I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good, man. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah, because you got your
yeah,
birthday coming up.
I do.
What's the move?
So we're getting into it. Nothing big. I think we're just gonna go downtown, get a small group together. We went pretty big last year, if you remember. It'll be a year. My birthday is the first time we got back together on the Brothers Turn podcast. It will be a
Last year.
year.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, we what did we do last year? We went really hard.
You tell me. What do you think? What do you remember? I think you're acting like you don't, but you do.
We were in Phoenix. Did we go anywhere?
Good start.
I
Are you
cannot.
serious?
I cannot remember. We go. First of all, we've gone so hard for so many.
We
of your
went
birthdays.
to Beers and Bears at the zoo.
Oh yeah, we rode a camel.
Rode a camel. And then we went to dinner in Arcadia. A good group of us at
Squad.
Buck and Ryder.
15 dudes,
Yeah.
no chicks. No chicks allowed that night.
Yeah, no chicks allowed. NCA, dude. That's how
That
we
was
roll.
great. That is true.
And then we went to Cashmere's and then back to the house. It was fun.
Yeah, didn't we start a line dance at Cashmere's?
Yeah, you remember. Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
great.
Absolutely.
I do remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all kind of mold together. We've done we've done a bunch. We were just talking about it recently, the Oktoberfest we did one year.
Yeah.
That night ended with our friend Mark Fisher, I think, getting drunk enough to steal a man's wheelchair at the casino.
Yes.
And the dude was so focused on blackjack, he didn't realize that the wheelchair was confiscated.
He was spinning around in the wheelchair next to him. Yeah. No, he saw him doing it. He definitely saw him. He didn't, not really.
Oh.
He looked at him, didn't care.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good. I don't
Yeah.
remember that. I remember we also had to talk him down from taking his shirt off in the casino.
Yeah. He's a talk him down friend for sure.
Most of your birthdays is other people getting way more drunk than they should, and most of the time it's me.
Yeah, I mean that's how a lot of birthdays go. I think there's nothing funnier than somebody celebrating a birthday as if it's their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Being like, is it your birthday? Oh no, it's that guy's birthday.
It's that guy's
it's mine.
Yeah, he's the DD tonight. But yeah. So that'll be exciting. Yeah, low key.
But yeah, back to low key. I'll have to work. I tried to get the time off. A lot of people were I couldn't get the time off. So I'll be here in Phoenix on the actual birthday, but then I'm going back to Cincinnati the weekend after to see our
Cincinnati,
mother
Ohio.
and sister and some friends and celebrate a little bit there. That'll be fun.
That'll be big. That'll be big. What? Yeah, because you're back to work now. What's the work vibe like? Are you trying to check? You got to check people at the bar a lot on like social distancing and stuff.
Yeah. So we put the seats socially distanced, feet apart, 6 feet apart. But I mean, not too much. People for the most part are. If you, it's really how you say it to them. You just, if you don't come at them hard or hot, and just be understanding and say, I wish you could stand here. You just can't.
Yeah.
They normally, for the most part, just move away. They get it. But yeah, you'll get some people. I had a guy yesterday who was he was eating by himself, and there were two ladies next to him, and they started the conversation, which is always funny. He was just minding his own business, and they were like, "How do you feel about all this?" And then it gets in, and they didn't actually want to ask him. They just wanted to tell him how they felt about it. And
Yeah.
they were
Right.
they were like, we haven't been wearing masks. We haven't done anything to change the way we live our life, and haven't caught it, haven't done anything. And the guy was like, well, have you been tested? Have you done any of those things? I'm like, no,
No.
absolutely not. I've never had
Mm-mm.
it. It was just very funny to, so you get more of that. People understand the distancing part. It's the people want, it's like anything else at a bar. It's like, you don't want to talk about politics, religion,
Oh yeah.
sex you can talk about, which is fine, but it can get into
Yeah.
some weird areas. But now it's like COVID. Do you want to, when you bring it up, people are very divided.
Everybody's got
Very
a stand.
passionate.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
So
I talked to I know
no,
a guy
people,
that owns the strip clubs in Phoenix and Tucson, and he was not
of
happy
course you
with.
do.
He's not happy with how his business is being treated.
I'm sure.
Think about that. He's like, we should allow these women to grind up on these
And
men.
they'll look at you like, right? And you're like, well, I don't
Also,
think so. No, I think
men have probably never wanted that more though, just to get grinded on. Physical contact.
strip club.
Strip club vibes, dude. That's
I like that. I just like picturing you looking at, I'm sure you agreed with everything you said. That's what's funny to me.
It was a phone call, but
Even if you didn't, I'm sure you looked at him like, yeah, all right,
I did.
sure.
Because I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put my foot down in the convo. I was like, "Hey,
No,
man,
I
preach to
guarantee
the
you,
choir.
I guarantee you actually agree. Yeah.
Preaching
You
to the
are.
choir.
Yeah.
Just do it
You mean it.
safe.
You're a strip club guy.
Do
You're a
it
strip club
safe.
guy.
I'm a strip club guy. Yeah, I think that those are fun places for sure. You can have a good time at a strip club.
You're up in Denver. What's a place called? Shotgun Willie's.
Yeah. Who could forget? Also Diamonds. Last time I was at Diamonds.
SCG, dude, strip club guy.
Do you remember? Have you been to Diamonds? It's the one that's upstairs
No,
in
only been
downtown.
to Shotgun Willie's.
Okay, so Diamonds is
And
probably
I didn't see anything. I wore glasses, and I just had the buffet.
You had horse blinders on.
Yes.
Well, I was at Diamonds. I forget who I was with. I believe I was with our buddy Spots. I'm almost positive.
Shocking. Yeah.
We were with a couple. We were definitely with like a group of people though.
With some peeps. Yeah.
Yeah, with some ASU boys and you know the squad, the Denver squad, and and I'm at the top of the strip, the stage, and then I'm at the top of it, and there's this girl that was cute to me, and so I start throwing the dollar bills as you do, and I think I threw enough where it incited her. Sometimes they'll give you that attention, right, and like start doing a little bit extra. So as Diamonds is also very popular, and the Broncos had played earlier. It was a Sunday night. It's very popular among some of the athletes too. It's one of the more popular ones for that. And I'll never forget. I'm getting. She goes as far as putting her legs around my neck and like literally crossing them behind me. So I'm getting choked out in this in this girl's crotch at Diamonds. And I'll never forget looking across the room and seeing Demaryius Thomas, all-pro wide receiver, walk right in, and I'm like. Just getting choked out, looking for a deep out from 87 or 88, I guess he was. But yeah,
he was great.
Really, just a big body. Could have been a tight end. Good hands. sometimes, not when you needed it. But yeah, good wide receiver. So
Diamonds in Denver. Shout out.
yeah, shout out to Diamonds. I'll check and see if they're open. But
So are you in Salida the whole weekend? Are you
no, I'm in Colorado Springs now.
Oh, okay.
So
Nice.
Salida was Wednesday, and then last night I got to Colorado Springs. We're recording this here on Friday, and and then I'm at a club called Looney's, great club in Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs, have you been here? You didn't come with me last
No,
time.
I've only been to I've only gone north to what is
We
it,
went
Fort
to
Collins?
Fort Collins, yeah. So it's the opposite in every way. It is, I think Fort Collins is more of like a little bit more of a liberal. You know what? Actually, they might be Republican up there, but either way, this is like Air Force conservative.
Oh,
What's
okay.
up town? So
Right up
like,
your alley.
well, it reminds me a lot of some Ohio pockets that we
Shot in a
know.
beer guy. Yeah.
Shot in a beer guy. Yeah, these are a lot
Yeah,
of people that
exactly.
understand the importance of The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Sure. Oh yeah.
They have an
That's your
opinion on the
demographic.
attitude era. It's
Yeah.
honestly, they laugh at they're great. You can crush these
Yeah,
crowds.
that's right up your alley. 100%.
Yeah, it is fun. So it's also on top of that, it's like a great club. It's like not low ceilings, but like the way it's set up is like perfect to just crush.
Low ceiling for lowbrow humor. I like it.
Well, it's great. It's also great doing it in a club because now the thing I saw last week, Don't Tell Comedy's back in LA.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody's in Los Angeles, go check that out. I think they're doing a weekly at Grand Central Market, but it's funny because it's on the top of a roof. So it's on the rooftop of a parking garage, and
Nice.
everybody's spaced out, which is literally the exact opposite of the ideal comedy setup. Because comedy setup is low ceiling, pack everybody in like sardines. And now the best setup we have is spread everybody out as far as possible, no ceiling. Hear me out.
Right.
Zero ceiling.
How'd it go?
It was really good though. That's because people
Yeah.
are so ready to laugh. It was amazing. Like Reggie Watts was there, and John Radzinski from SNL. Brian Simpson is a killer. Liza Traeger. So it was like
Nice.
it was nutty. Yeah, it was really cool to see it. But I think people are so ready to laugh that the perfect comedy setup doesn't even matter. They just want
Anything. It's all about perspective now. It's like I don't give a
Mhm.
fuck where it is. Just do it.
Yeah. So
I'll show up. We were in the cars in Phoenix. Yeah, people want to get out, no matter where it is. Yes.
People want to get out. So yeah, that was really cool. And then but then it's also cool to be in a club. And this is like, so it's a 200 or so capacity room, and they're only putting like 70 people in there. So it's like 30 something percent. And it's good. And then Mike Stanley's headlining, so it'll be fun. It'll be a fun weekend. Tell these dick jokes, get in and out. You know.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So it'll be fun. And then like just lining up some other stuff. I'll be in Phoenix later this month. Gonna do a rooftop show on the 24th.
Where's that at?
At this place called The Graduate. We got some artwork coming out that is inspired by Dustin Hoffman. Keep your eyes out.
I like that. Plastics.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen the film.
Not shocked at all.
I know. Isn't that bad? I should watch that. Are you not shocked? I'm pretty well versed on some older films, some classics.
You haven't seen The Graduate?
Fair. But
Yeah.
the other, I mean, I'm pretty good on a lot of things. But yeah, I got to do my dust off my dusty homework.
Yeah, that's a good one. Have you seen Midnight Cowboy? That's a good one too.
I didn't. Was that with John Voight?
Yeah.
I did not like that. I didn't think it aged very well at all. That was a movie that felt.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched it on. I don't know if it's on Netflix anymore, but it was. It felt like
certainly didn't. Yeah, that was for 1969.
Yeah. Whereas like some movies are like timeless. Like you can watch Taxi Driver is like still a pretty good movie. Yeah, Midnight Cowboy
doesn't age well there either.
But it's
a 14-year-old Jodie Foster never ages well.
Fair, but like it ages better than Midnight Cowboy. Midnight Cowboy is kind of but it was good though, yeah. Dustin, have you watched? When's the last time you watched Midnight Cowboy?
Oh man, 2 years ago,
Yeah,
whenever it
and
was
you're
on Netflix, around the same time.
yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, it was one of those movies you got to see. Um, is that fair to say? Some movies, like The Godfather, for example, is a timeless movie.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's like some movies in the 80s and 90s. Like this movie belongs in 1988.
Yes. Yeah.
Like showing Starship Troopers to somebody right now, but like in
Oh no, that
1996,
ages perfectly.
that is
That's good right now. Well, it happens on a planet in outer space.
that
It's
is
tough for that to time to age badly. It
that's
doesn't
such a
happen in reality.
that's such a 90s action movie though. It's so ridiculous. I love
Oh
that.
yeah, I think
Uh,
it's on Netflix if anybody wants to watch it.
but if you showed that to like a 20-year-old, they'd be like, "What the fuck is this?"
I don't know. I think they might like it. A 20-year-old can turn their brain off pretty easily. They don't have one yet.
You know what I watched that ages perfect? Well, no, it's not even that old, I guess. But my roommate Trevor had never seen Gone Girl, so check that out. It is tough watching a movie like that though, and you're like somebody having seen it and then being with somebody that hasn't seen it, you're like, this twist is gonna fuck you up. And like I didn't say that, but like you're just waiting for it, and then it doesn't hit them like you. Or they're like texting right before the twist, and you're like, dude, did you just see what happened? And it's like,
Yeah, you can't do that.
The whole
you gotta
thing.
let people. You actually with those, you should really let people watch that on their own, or like because you're always going to be disappointed because and they don't know. Your expectation is already like, holy shit, you didn't. But you know what I mean? You gotta let people watch that on their own.
That's fair, yeah.
I know. I hate the feeling where you're the same thing with a song or something. You're like, I love this song, and you're watching someone else, laughing at a meme, and you're like, I want to throw you out of the car.
yeah, right. It's tough, yeah, because at the end he was like, I don't know if I like the ending. I was like, you didn't like the ending?
The ending, I think Trevor's got a great point there. The ending was like, what?
Did you want?
They got back together.
Crazy. It's almost like a horror film ending. That's like terrifying, but that's fair. There's that is a fair critique, I guess, if you didn't like the ending of that. But fantastic.
It's a good movie,
film.
but I remember being like, what? At the end, they got back together after all that shit.
Spoiler alert. Well, but you couldn't not get together at that point, right? He had to. He couldn't bail on that. Also, two movies. We just mentioned two different movies with Neil Patrick Harris. Starship Troopers, and Gone Girl.
I'm gonna watch Harold and Kumar today. Make it 3.
That is a funny movie. I don't know if that
would not do that, dude. NPH would not do that.
That's a good. That movie. I used to get so high and watch that. That was a good one. But I think I'm gonna go see a movie up here, which I was talking about last time. But
hell yeah, you're gonna love that. Been a long time. 6 months.
Been long. 1917 was the last movie I saw in theaters.
I loved that movie. I thought that was one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
That was good. Yeah, it was good. Birdman at war, pretty much. That was a good flick. Yeah, that was.
What are you gonna go see?
I'll probably go see that Christopher Nolan movie, Tenet.
Yeah, that's the only one out, right? Or there's
I looked. The only other thing
my favorite thing is the commercials. #1 blockbuster movie in the country. You're like, you're the only movie out.
Yeah, right. But they are making a lot of money. But
sure, no, I know. It's just funny to see that.
Yeah,
like we're killing everybody out here.
Well, there was
the only one out.
There was another movie I could see where I was like, oh, I could go see that, because they're showing old ones like Goonies. I could go see Goonies.
Sure.
That'd be pretty exciting. Or there was a good one that I was like, ooh, I could go just watch that again. Hocus Pocus. Oh, Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, which I've never seen.
One.
I've never seen any of those, I don't think, in a big screen.
We did go see that with when they re-released them in We
Which
went
one did
with
we
Dad.
see?
We saw them. We saw them all when they came. They re-released them in like 90, whenever, 96, 97, 98. We all went.
We all
We
went?
did see them in theater. Yeah, as kids. Yeah,
I don't remember that at all.
it was good.
Because I don't think I had ever seen those movies until like high school or something. I guess maybe we did, or maybe
Or
you
maybe
went.
too young or something. I'm pretty sure you were there, but could be
Yeah,
wrong.
because the only thing I remember from those movies is liking the Ewoks. Yeah, maybe I did see
Yeah,
them. Before episode 1 came out, did they do that?
yeah.
That makes sense. I've recently, before that episode 9, I did 1 through 9.
Yeah, it's great. Disney Plus. Let's go.
Yep, been doing Disney Plus. I watched Lion King recently. Watched The Jungle Book. Um, some old classics. Did you watch that new Lion King?
No, I'm not gonna. I decided I'm not gonna see Dumb and Dumber 2. I'm not gonna see the new Lion King. Not gonna see the new Mulan. I'm not gonna ruin that for myself.
The new Mulan. Yeah, that looks like a completely different movie. The new, I will say, did you see the new Aladdin?
No,
That
I've
was good.
not.
I saw it. I
Yeah.
watched it on a plane, and Will Smith, pretty good as the genie, because he doesn't try to be. He doesn't try to be Robin Williams. He tries to be. It's like a completely different genie. It was good.
Oh, nice.
I will give a hard vouch to that. The Lion King was the same movie though, which is kind of.
Yeah.
But I will say one thing I liked about The Lion King is that instead of like animated lions fighting, these are fucking real ass lions fighting.
Oh yeah, we talked about this last week.
Yeah, that's right. That was
Yeah.
crazy. But Beyonce kind of ruins it. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would rather just keep the memory of
Yeah.
of the good one. It's good stuff.
But other than that, one horrible thing that we both experienced this week is the Cincinnati Reds spent the entire season I guess the 60 game season underperforming. Spent 2 weeks.
And then completely underperformed in record-setting pace.
That was tough. That was a classic Cincinnati sports week. The Bengals tied and the Reds
Didn't get one run.
did
Left everybody on base. Yeah.
Historically bad in the postseason. This was ranking. We've got a lot of Cincinnati misery. Where would you rank this in the top 5, 10, or how'd you feel about this disappointment? They got swept by the Braves, by the way.
No, not 5-10. It was, you know what? As soon as it started going that route, I was like, all right, this is how it's going to go. They just can't hit. It's insane. It's like a little league team. It's like a little league team. I remember when, I used to be on those little league teams. I couldn't hit. No one could get a hit. It's literally so so disappointing. You can't really put words on it. But and it's not like the pitching. People that want to blame it on like, oh, well, this guy was good. No, we sucked. We absolutely sucked yesterday and the day before. The pitching game 1 was very good on both ends.
And
yesterday,
the pitching,
get a fucking hit.
Yeah, the pitching throughout was amazing. And obviously Iglesias in the 8th inning let up those 2 home runs, which was miserable. But like before that, it should have been like a 3-4 run. We should have had 3 or 4 runs at that point. And it would have been, and then we would have been pitching differently. But yeah, it was.
That didn't happen because we didn't get any of those hits.
When it's historically bad, it's always tough. Like we set a postseason record for. Trevor Bauer set a postseason record for like one of the best pitching performances ever. 7.2, 12 Ks, no walks.
12 Ks.
And then the opposite side of that on the offense, we did not score a run in a 13-inning game. It was the first time ever in a 13-inning game in postseason history that the team didn't score a run.
At least we find a way to make it, record
we
breaking.
Do. Yeah, nice. I would say when we lose, we fucking really lose. And there's something to be said for that. We don't there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's like they lost that game.
They don't care. I've said this for years. They don't care about my feelings at all. They don't care how I feel about them. It's a toxic relationship.
Yeah, if they
with
did,
Cincinnati sports.
it's an abusive relationship. I always compare it
Yes.
to it's Jimmy Woods and Sharon Stone in Casino, and we just keep coming back. I don't know why,
Got
but
to
we
get
keep
out.
coming back. Yeah,
I'll be
Sam
back. I'll
Rothstein doesn't
definitely
know.
be back. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's funny to try to rank it like 5 to 10. The worst thing about that is you start really ranking the
Yeah. No,
worst,
I don't want to do.
and it's
I
like
don't want to do that. Yeah.
there's like 10 things that are worse than it, right? It's like,
Oh yeah.
and you could go like just Reds Bengals. You don't even bring up the Bearcats, but the Bearcats got like 2 or 3
Heartbreaking.
in there. The UCLA game, Dan Gadzurk, and then
Southern Miss without Kenyon Martin. That's when I realized that.
it was Mississippi State, I think. Oh, with the Kenyon Martin one was
I thought it was Southern Miss.
I think it was
Could be
Tulane.
wrong, not sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying in the tournament when we lost. That's when I realized at that age that we were cursed. Kenyon.
Yeah.
Was
that
my
bad.
first moment of we really are cursed here.
The leg thing, and then well, it's always a leg thing. Ken Griffey's hamstring, Kenyon Martin's fibula, and Carson Palmer's
Carson
knee.
Palmer.
Yeah, it's tough. I think that number one
tough.
number one and two is probably 2015 Bengals, and then number two to me might be the Bearcats Nevada game was one of the worst things I've ever seen when we were 2 seed, and then the 1 seed in the bracket had lost, and we could have just coasted to the Elite Eight at least.
Open a door.
Oh my God, Nevada just. You get emotional just thinking about it.
That's the Cincinnati sports fans exclamation.
The Roy.
No, yeah, 2015 scarred me.
2015.
Yeah, there's a million things. 2015 scarred me, fan wise. I really believed again. They got me all the way back into thinking we can do this.
Yeah.
And no, they can't.
Yeah, that was tough.
So I don't know what I'm thinking. I should just stop watching sports.
This one was tough probably because the only reason you could argue it was tough is because I was emotionally checked out. I was like, they sucked this year. This was a waste of time, all that stuff. And then they brought you all the way back in, right? Right when you think you're out. And they pulled me all the way back. And just to truly, truly disappoint me.
Yeah, you posted another photo the other day on this podcast. I think 2 times a year. You're like, I feel like a fool. I posted a photo at the beginning of the season, and then you did it again.
I feel like an idiot.
Yeah, this is what they do for you. This is what they do for you.
Oh,
for us,
you know how dumb I feel?
It's hard.
I packed for the weekend. I packed all this gear. You get like show shirts. I packed my jersey, my Cincinnati Barry Larkin jersey, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll wear it tonight when the
Reds... You can still wear it. You can still respect Barry Larkin.
That's true, but it is not as cool.
No.
Not as cool as it was.
I will always respect Barry Larkin. I want that on record. Yeah, that's something to look forward to. But it's been tough go sports-wise for the Cincinnati fans, for sure.
It's tough. It is tough.
Well, I'm looking forward. 10-10 coming up again, birthday. Next weekend, and then gonna be home. Hopefully, hang out and watch some football in Cincinnati. At least be with some Bengals fans. I do miss the fans. I miss the camaraderie, our friends, but I don't miss the pain of watching the game. Yeah.
Well, it's good being around people that understand your pain. I think that's important. That's why people go to like group therapy. It's like that's what going back to Cincinnati is like being in group therapy, and you've all experienced some of the same trauma. And
it's not. There's a lot that doesn't need to be said.
Yeah,
you don't even have to say it. Just say like, you get it. You understand already. I don't need to go there.
It's like you doing okay? We talk about it like a family member just died. How you holding up, man?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah. How was Sunday for you?
Yeah. And then, what sucks the worst is Trevor Bauer is now gone, probably. Fuck. But I will say, a Cincinnati legend, Trevor Bauer, even if he moves on. He's been there. He was there for 2 years barely. Cincy legend. I respect what he did.
Trevor Bauer.
But yeah, and then yeah, we got comedy trickling back. I'll be back in AZ end of October, and then yeah, hopefully, I think the Bengals might get their first win this weekend against the Jaguars. We tied, so we're
Why
due
even
for a
go
win.
there? Yeah, we've been due for a lot.
We're due for a win.
Yeah, I can see us beating the Jags.
Yeah, I can see that.
I really do see us beating the Jags. Yeah, I can see it. I can also see it not happening. But yeah, got a good shot against the Jags. Jags suck. So do we. So
one thing I will say is when people like, so you're in new towns and stuff. Like I was wearing a Reds hat the other day, and some people were saying they're from, oh, you're from Cincy. The consistent thing that people say is that Joe Burrow looks fucking good. And
that's nice to talk about.
That's just nice.
Yesterday I had that same experience. Yeah.
Yeah,
I do. I mean, we can lose every game this year as long as he looks good and progresses and something to build around for sure.
Yeah, and hopefully,
if this O-line might just get him hurt.
Well, how about our offensive line?
I mean, didn't even say that. Knock on wood.
Our offensive line coach is named Jim Turner.
That's very true. Tough. I don't know if that's good or bad. Yeah.
All I know is I've had I've had two Jim Turners in my life, and my relationship with both could be described as tenuous.
Frustrating. I'm not getting what I want out of this.
Yeah. So there's a consistent.
I need more.
There's a consistent Jim Turner.
Show up.
Relationship flaw. Yeah, just show up. Be the man I want you to be.
Words and actions.
Show me love. So that's tough. But I will always root for Jim Turner to turn it around. And so hopefully we get that. But either way, yeah, we'll catch up after Colorado. Love you, brother.
All right.
Have a good week.
Sounds good. Love you too. Peace out.
A-Town down.